Welcome to the October 28th meeting of the Fitchburg Cultural Council. I now call this meeting to order at 5:02. Please be advised that FATV is conducting audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone else in the audience who is recording this meeting to please identify themselves by standing and stating their name and city of residence. Seeing none, I ask that at this time all electronic devices be placed into silent mode. The Fitchburg Cultural Council is a public entity. We are part of the Massachusetts Cultural Council, serving as the local cultural council. Our mission here is to elevate the rich cultural life in Fitchburg, and our members are appointed by the mayor of the city of Fitchburg. We all serve as volunteers, and we are always looking for new members. Feel free to talk to any one of us to learn how you can get involved. You may also email us with your interest at fitchburg.mcc@gmail.com. Okay, I will do a roll call for those members who are present today. Daniel Dow.
Present.
Tamar Russell Brown.
Present.
Mike Amadeo.
Present.
Jennifer Hemingway.
Present.
Joseph Bowen, aye, I'm here. Shara Osgood.
Here.
Catherine Healy.
Here.
Liz Murphy.
Here.
Liliana Gomez Fernandez.
Here. Present.
Okay, we open every monthly meeting with public comment. If there is anyone in the audience that wishes to speak, please step up to the podium, state your name, city of residence, and the agenda item for which you'd like to speak for not more than 2 minutes. Seeing none, we will discuss our agenda. We'll go through our agenda for today. We'll first have some introductory, well, we already just did all the introductory comments and such. We'll have any special announcements to make here. If there are any folks who are interested in the new members or have information about potential new members, we will speak about that. We'll go through an update on where we are with our current grant situation and our treasurer's report. We'll have minutes from the last meeting to review, and we will talk about the winter bazaar before wrapping up with announcements and an adjournment. So, a couple of announcements I wanted to include. These are not event announcements. These are just more informational things for folks that for council members today. One day last week, we had a visit from our Mass Cultural Council program officer. She'd come out to Fitchburg, and she's relatively new to us. I think we just got her sometime over the summer, perhaps, if I remember correctly. And so I had invited her to come out to Fitchburg and learn more about Fitchburg and what we're all about, and the Fitchburg Cultural Council and the things we're involved in. And she agreed to come out, and took her on a very short driving tour and then a walk around the proposed cultural district, and then took her over to the art museum where she wanted to end her visit. And I think it was a well-rounded cultural experience for her, and the feedback has been quite positive since. Is there anything, I know Liz, you had joined me, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I think she was impressed with what she saw, and she did make a couple of comments about how clean our downtown was.
That's right, she did, yeah. Also, the folks here, you should have all received an email from the Mass Cultural Council, probably today, forwarded by me, regarding a training preview. The Mass Cultural Council has created a training program for members of the councils, and it's kind of a consolidation of the different things that are on the websites and various videos that they have. And they would like our feedback on it. We'll be previewing it for them. And so I encourage you to check it out, and it will take probably less than an hour. I did mine in about a half an hour. And if you have any feedback, you can send it off to the contact person that I provided in the email to you. So please take advantage of that if you can. It's also good, especially for those of us who have been on the council for a while, a good little refresher of things that we need to do as we go through the grant season this cycle. Anyone else have any announcements outside of events or?
Table.
Tamar?
Any announcements?
Any announcements regarding?
You're asking, do we have any announcements?
Oh, I'm asking, yeah, other than events, because we'll cover those at the end of the meeting.
I have a check for the Fitchburg Cultural Council from Enterprise Bank.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. We'll note that during the treasurer's report.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on to new members. We don't have anybody in the audience today, members of the public who might be here to be interested in becoming a new member. I did have a phone call from a couple of residents in the last month that have expressed interest, and I've encouraged them to find time to come to our meetings to start. So the word is getting out that we're still looking for new members, and that's encouraging. I don't know if any of you have had any interactions with others that you'd like to talk about. No? Okay, very good. Actually, now that I think of it, this is a good spot for the announcements, is that last week, or a week and a half ago, Mike and Lily had participated in the Fitchburg Community Resource Health Fair, and I was wondering if either of you have any feedback on how that went, and we'd love to hear how it went for you if you have it.
Yeah, if I could.
Sure, Mike.
I printed out my notes on my thoughts.
Thank you.
Lily. In general,
Why don't you wait till you get to your seat and you can speak into the microphone so the
Yeah.
public can hear. Thank you.
is this working?
Yes.
Okay. Lily and I had a great time. I think she would agree with me on that, meeting lots of new people. I think the one takeaway I had was, overall, we were understated as a table compared to our neighbors. So I wrote up some ideas here. The first page, the first bulleted statement page refers to the second page of my little handout here. This is the original. You've probably all seen.
Yes.
And I just, I found in talking to people and explaining what we did, this didn't sort of get right to the point immediately. So that's what my rewriting is trying to address. Here's what we do. Here's what you could do. Join up today. That's the summary of it. Other than that, I know we had a tablecloth ready to go. It just didn't make it there. And then everybody else had swag of some kind of handout, things to hand out, treats and things to take away. And then the last item, I don't know, it'd be a little more work to put together samples of like pictures of past projects, more eye candy to attract people. So that was my takeaway.
Yeah, those are great suggestions.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that I would add to what Mike explained is that we can try to cater to the type of event that we're going. So in this case, it was more related to health and mental health. So actually, Mike and I had a conversation about how is that cultural events in general can actually contribute to specifically mental health of people, right? They are spaces that they create cohesion across people. And sometimes we can see that different ages, they might start experiencing like some loneliness or disconnection from the community. And actually the connection to the community and like finding these opportunities to socialize are actually, and this is not from me, we can find quotations and research about that, how is that events of this type, in addition to the samples or the pictures of past projects, we can say like, hey, we're a cultural council, these are the type of projects, and this is the way that we think that it contributes to this specific part of the city. So maybe like next time we have an event like that, we can sit and like brainstorm a little bit and then just create a pamphlet or something like that just to give to people and that they see like, okay, this is something that contributes to the city. Thank you.
Yeah, great suggestions from both of you. Thank you very much, and thank you for participating. And it was a last-minute preparation that we had to try to find folks that could attend and be part of it. And now that we have a much larger council, I think that we'll be able to get a jump on these things a bit more in advance. So I appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, next item on the agenda is, I finished the new members. I understand no one had to speak about new members. Is that right? Okay. Next would be the grant report. I have taken some time to go through the grant situation since our last meeting, and we've received another 12 more final reports. There were no modification requests that had come in, and our panel books have come out for the next grant cycle, and we're currently expecting those panel books to be ready hopefully by Thursday. And when those become available, we will make arrangements for a place to have them picked up. Liz, I don't know if it's good to have them at City Hall?
I mean, City Hall seems like it could be a good place.
Okay.
The only caveat about that is if folks can't get to City Hall before,
Yeah, and if there are folks that can't get there after hours,
We could make
just let us know. We'll make arrangements and we'll get them to you.
Great.
I'll manage to meet you all outside of City Hall at one point, so I can do it again if needed. All right. And yeah, there was nothing earth-shattering in the grant report for this month. So is there a motion to accept the grant report?
I motion to accept the grant report.
I'll second that.
I have a motion from Shara and a second from Liz to accept the grant report. Anyone speaking to the motion? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Oh, I'm sorry, because it's a vote, we have a Zoom participant. I need to do a roll call, and I apologize. We'll may have to remind me more than once. Hopefully not tonight, but we'll see. So for a roll call vote, Dan Dow?
Yeah.
Yes. Liliana Fernandez
Thank you.
Gomez? Thank you.
I vote
Liz Murphy?
Yes.
Catherine Healy?
yes.
Shara?
Yes.
Joe Bowen? Yes. Jen?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tamar?
Yes.
Okay, the vote is unanimous. Thank you. Moving on to the treasurer's report. Liz, you have the floor.
I have to apologize because I got stuck in a meeting and had to rush right over here to get here, and I don't have a treasurer's report. So sorry about that, but I'll have to wait.
Okay. Do you happen to have the information on what we have available for granting this year? You don't have it with you? Okay.
With me, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's on the website. And, yeah,
I will certainly bring it to our next meeting.
sounds good. Let's make a note there. Okay, the last item for votes, it looks like here, is the minutes from our last meeting. These are the minutes from our meeting of September 23rd. Does anyone want to make a motion to accept these?
Motion to accept.
Ms. Tabor? Okay.
Yes.
I have a motion from Tamar to accept the meeting minutes for September 23rd. Was there a second?
Second?
I have a second from Dan. Anyone speaking to the motion? Okay, we'll do it. Oh, Shara, yes.
Mike Amodio pointed out that I mistyped his name, so I will correct that before we submit.
Okay.
And do we need to add that to the motion, or can we just?
Yes, we should add that to the motion. Tamar, would you like to change your motion?
Motion to approve the minutes as presented with the adjustment of Mike Amadeo's last name.
Okay, we have a motion to approve with the proposed adjustment. Is there a second?
Second.
Who was that? Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, thank you for a second. Okay, anyone speaking to the motion? Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Dan?
Approve?
Lily?
Yes.
Liz?
Yes.
Catherine?
Yes.
Shara?
Yes.
Joe? Yes. Jen?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tamar?
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. I missed one thing on the grant cycle. It's not part of the grant report per se, but I had sent out an email to folks, and I think you should all have FY25 eligibility paper in your package today that I gave you. You see that?
Yep.
So I had put this together to try to make the world of going through 90 applications a little easier for all of us. And so you're welcome. So the checklist is broken up into 3 sections. There's the eligibility, which is set by the Mass Cultural Council. And all the items on each one of those lines must be met in order for them to be eligible for us to consider them for funding, or really for us to consider them at all. And then the second section, these are our guidelines that we require as well. Of those first 3 items, of those 3 items in that section of the checklist, the grantee must meet all of those requirements as well. And just to be clear, one of those the items that don't make sense for a particular application are not necessary to consider. So, for example, virtual programs will advertise in the Fitchburg community. If there is no virtual program involved in the grant application, it's okay for that to be unchecked. The next section is about the Fitchburg priorities. Not all of these need to be met, but these are the list of our priorities that the public has asked us to consider when approving applications. We do have the ability and preference, if we like, to select applications that don't meet any of those priorities if we wish. However, if folks are applying for things that are specifically within those priorities, then those are the ones we need to prioritize for approvals and funding. So did I state that clear enough? Does everybody understand what that meant?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then there's the rest of this here, rest of the form is for you to circle whether, if you want to keep track of these applications individually, 1 sheet for each application, you're welcome to do that, or you could just use this as a reference. If you are going to use 1 sheet for each application, you can certainly feel free to circle the decision on what we make, whether we approve the application or decline it. And we will have if we were to decline an application, we will decline it for one of those 5 reasons that are on the checklist. I put that there just for your reference. As we start to go through the grants individually, and we have concerns that it may not be qualified, we need to check this list for reasons for decline, and if it does fit one of those 5 reasons, then it is a valid reason for us to decline an application. And then the bottom part, there's some space in there for notes for each application if you feel that is helpful to you in our deliberations as we go through each grant application. Because when you're reading a 700-page book, it's kind of hard to remember everything about each application that you wanted to say. And I didn't mean to scare anybody with a 700-page book, but you'll be surprised at how quickly we go through it.
Mm-hmm. This looks like it'll be very helpful.
Yeah,
Thank
this-
you, Joe.
Yes.
Compared to last year.
Yeah, it's very similar to the one that Audrey put together for us last year. I used that as my template, actually.
Do you know off the top of your head how many applications we received? How many is that 700 pages?
We received 90 applications,
Wow. That's the
which is
most?
26 more than last year,
Wow.
and about 40 applications more than when I started on the council. So we are becoming an increasingly popular place for arts and culture events in the city. And it's exciting to see that. And I'm quite thankful that we have this many people on our council to try to help grow that even bigger. So thank you all for being part of the fun.
I have a question.
Yes, Lily.
It is about the time frame. The time frame here specifies that the program occurs between July 1st, 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
2024?
It's an 18-month.
Yeah, we have an 18-month cycle.
Okay.
When thinking about this, there's 2 things at play here. There's a calendar year and then there's a fiscal year. Because we're a government organization, we run financially on a fiscal year, which begins July 1 and ends on June 30th. So the funds that we receive from the Mass Cultural Council for this grant cycle apply for anything that happens during this current fiscal year. So back to last July 1 until June 30th of next year. However, because it is a calendar year grant award, we also allow the grant events to occur through December 31st of the next year. So it's an 18-month cycle, essentially.
So people can apply retroactively.
Okay.
I mean, they take a risk.
Good point.
Run an event and then apply retroactively.
Yeah, if you've held your event, you apply, you run the risk of not being reimbursed for it because you don't know how we'll vote on it. And none of us know how we'll vote on it until we're in the meeting room and discussing it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great question. Anyone else have any questions? Tamar?
No, yes. Since we're in the grant section, I just wondered if we could confirm the November grant application night reviews.
Oh, the schedule?
Dates. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we can do that.
We did kind of decide them last month, right?
Oh, they're on the, are they on the minutes from last meeting?
They should be.
Oh, no, they're not, because we scheduled them after the meeting.
That's right. I have them on my calendar.
Yep, I have them on my calendar too. Let's see.
Unknown caller.
18th.
That's what I had too. I just want to double check.
Okay, our first grant review meeting will be November 18th from 5 to 7 p.m. By the way, all the,
Yet?
sorry?
Do we know where yet?
Yes. I was just about to say, all the meetings we're talking about for grant reviews will be held at the West Fitchburg Conference Room at City Hall. It's on the first floor. And that's because this facility is not available for all the multitude of meetings that we have. They will all be recorded and broadcast after the fact. The recorded meetings will be broadcast on FATV. So this will actually be maybe the first cycle we've done where folks will be able to watch us go through the deliberation process. So that should be fun.
For them.
So as I said, first meeting is November 18th. Our second meeting will be December 2nd. Basically, Tamar and all, we're meeting Monday nights.
So not November 25th?
Is that so?
November 25th is our monthly meeting, and I will note after the 18th whether or not we need one.
Okay.
The reason I want to wait is because I don't know what other business we might have other than just putting our nose to the grindstone and doing grants.
Okay.
If I find that there's additional business over and above that I can't cover in a grant review meeting, I will schedule the November 25th meeting.
Okay.
So kindly keep that open on your calendar if you would. Okay, the next grant review meeting will be December 2nd, and this will be 6 to 8 p.m. in the same place at City Hall. The third grant review meeting is on December 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the West Meeting Room. And the fourth one, if necessary, will be December 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. And if we need it for a grant reconsideration or a grant appeals meeting, we have that booked on the calendar for January 6th from 5 to 6 p.m. Yes, Tamar.
So there's nothing on December 23rd, or is there? I have it on there, December 23rd. That's our normal.
That's our normal meeting. I will again make a game time decision maybe the week before. I feel that in years past we have skipped the monthly meeting
Yep.
in favor of just covering it during our grant reviews.
Okay. So, but keep the date for now.
Yes, please keep the date available.
So you were saying that after the 16th, there's one more if needed for
We have a regular monthly scheduled meeting,
23rd?
and it's December 23rd. It's awful close to Christmas. And,
Right.
yeah.
But if you were starting to say if people need to like give us more information, like I just want to know what.
Oh, when I mentioned if we need it, I meant if we are unable to get through all of the application in the first 3 meetings, we have a fourth one set up.
Right.
Ideally, it would be pretty infrequent that we would ask grantees to present things to us outside of what's in the application, but we have had to in the past.
That
Right,
we've actually like reached out to them to find out more
Yeah.
information about things,
right.
clarifications.
Any other questions about the meetings? Okay. Thank you, Tamar. That was a very timely question. Next on the agenda is the Winter Bazaar. So I wanted to let the council know that we have received interest from 9 vendors. One has removed themselves since. However, we haven't stepped up the advertising quite as much as we could, so I'm hoping to do that. And with your help, we can get the word out to more folks. The folks I have been talking to in the different events over the past month have shown an interest and excitement about it, and I'm hoping that that will translate into vendors signing up. So our first one was huge.
Yes, yeah.
So
So I think it's partially get the word out.
yeah, it's mostly get the word out,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been hard as we were slowly growing to this size, but I think we're at a point where we can start pushing it.
Yeah. So if anybody does want to sign up, anybody in the audience, the viewing audience
Yes.
today, you can do so by going to tinyurl.com/Winter Bazaar 2024. That will take you to the vendor sign-up form, and that's the beginning of your Winter Bazaar journey with us.
Yes, and the Winter Bazaar will be held on December 7th. And I wanted to clarify, is it from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.?
It is 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
I believe that's what we had settled on.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, on December 7th at
Can you
City
say-
Hall.
Can you say the URL? It's tinyurl.com.
/Winter Bazaar 2024.
And that's BAZAAR
Correct, 2024.
2024?
No dash, just
just-
all one word. Yep.
Okay.
So it will be at City Hall, and we had discussed having some music and food. I did get a reach out from Noel Plouffe, who asked if he could play his hammer dulcimer at the event.
Great.
I don't know if he's planning to do this because he has a commitment from another cultural council grant to have so many events that he plays at, or if not, I was wondering if we wanted to compensate him for his.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And do we want to consider like a DJ or somebody? I don't know if we just want to have just the one musician or multiple. And I guess maybe the way to approach it is we're talking about an amount that we want to budget for music, and then we could kind of back into that.
Right, yeah. I'm open to either. And we are charging the vendors for the tables, and perhaps we can pay out of that,
Yep.
out of that funds.
Yeah, okay. And we do need to do a little bit of marketing. I think we should have some lawn signs made. We did some when we were doing the Spring Bazaar, but we never did lawn signs for the Winter Bazaar. So it would be good to have some
Right.
Winter Bazaar signs made up. Those aren't a big cost. I think we could probably do that for under $100,
Okay.
around $100.
Catherine?
Any thoughts about a banner from somewhere on the main street? Is that costly, or? I've
Banners.
seen them at the beginning of the,
So the banner itself it doesn't necessarily have to cost a lot of money. I think you get a banner relatively inexpensively these days because you can have them made anywhere. But the cost and the challenge is getting permission and then getting it up on that wire. So there's a bigger cost, I think, to getting a lift and getting that installed. But we could get a quote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, folks?
There's already a lot of traction on Facebook for this event. There's 254 people that have marked interested. I think one of the issues that we've seen with the marketing so far is that we are marketing for the event, but we're not marketing for vendors.
right.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've thought about is possibly showing up to that pop-up shop artists exhibit in Fitchburg on the 13th and maybe just meet with a couple vendors. So I can do that.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Where is that happening?
At the Senior Center on the November 13th, and it's 9 to 3.
Sounds good.
And then I think whatever we could, if we could make a flyer or just something for vendors, that might be helpful.
Prior to advertising.
Yeah, perhaps we could take our flyer and just kind of rework it a little bit for, as a second version of a flyer that's calling vendors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
add
could
the
do that.
tiny URL
Yeah.
right to it. That would be amazing, Shara.
Yeah, if you put like one of those scannable, the scannable things so that vendors could just scan it and go on and register.
Yeah, the QR code, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
And just so folks know, I think most folks do have access to the shared Google Drive files. So there is a folder that is called, what is it called?
Vendor sign up.
No, even before, there's a folder that is, where is it? Projects and events. So under projects and events, then there's the spring and winter bazaar, and then there's a folder for 2024 winter bazaar. So that within that, there are the existing flyers, there's the vendor sign-up form, there's some little informational sheet, which I think I did not 100% update, which I should do right now. Well, not right now, but. So I think just getting the word out is our main focus right now. Get the word out to vendors so that we can get enough vendors, because the attendance from the public, I think, will be great. You know, I don't have any concern about that. It sounds like we already have like 200 and something interested people. It's that we better put on a good event, or that'll be the last time the public comes up to it.
Yes.
Yeah, if I could get that updated, whenever it's made, if I could get the updated flyer, I'll go out with my kids and just go to local places and hang it up one afternoon soon. So whenever, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but whenever it's available, if you want to email it to me, I'll print some copies at my house and just go to the coffee shops and the libraries and whatnot and put some out.
That'd be wonderful.
Yes, that'd be great.
Good, yay.
I have one question, one observation,
Yes.
one suggestion. So the question is, the vendors have to be local or local to Fitchburg, or it's
No.
open? Okay,
No, but they do need to be makers.
okay,
They can't be reselling manufactured products.
perfect. And my next item, I think that I am not in the share folder, but I would be interested in be added. And the third one, that it's an idea, is once we have a modified flyer, could it be easier maybe to access places like the public library or maybe Fitchburg State University? Usually they have some blackboards or spaces where some community events can be shared or some information. Maybe those are venues that we can explore just to maybe say like, hey, vendors needed or something like that.
Yes. Those are great
With
places.
FSU, I think you might need to get it approved to put the flyer up at FSU. But that shouldn't be a problem.
No, probably not a problem.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I would just say
Okay.
that in the flyer that I would probably word it as vending opportunity for crafters.
Yes. I do want to add to, Lily has offered to translate our advertising into Spanish. So if we can take that flyer and translate it as well, we can hit more areas as well.
Yes, both of them, and we can share them to Spanish-speaking groups in Fitchburg too.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
So I can have the flyer adapted by the end of day tomorrow,
Okay.
and people can access it
We
in
should
the
have a
folder.
deadline, too. Are we having a deadline for when we want to receive?
Oh, a deadline for applications,
Yeah.
for submission. Yeah.
To put right on the flyer.
Yeah, I would say we probably want to give people a deadline of somewhere around 2 weeks before the event, just because we need to be able to start marketing who's there.
So should it be
And at some point, we need to lay it all out.
November 31st? Wait,
I'm looking, well,
30
there isn't a 31st in November.
30th.
but, it would be November 23rd, would be 2 weeks before the event.
So right before Thanksgiving, that's probably
Right.
good.
Yeah.
That gives us another, 4 weeks. That's good.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you think you'll email that out or put it in the share folder?
I was just going to put it in the shared folder, but I can probably email it to everyone on the council as well.
Yeah, just because I don't have access to the share folder yet either, so I just don't want to get,
Sure.
lose time or whatnot.
I made a note to make sure everybody has access to that Google Drive folder. So I'll work on making sure that happens. And Shara, or anybody, if there's something you want to get out to the full council through our cultural council email address, I'm happy to send it for you. Just send it to me. Well, just send it to the cultural council email address at fitchburg.mcc@gmail.com and ask me to forward it out to everybody. I don't have a problem doing that for you. As long as we're not deliberating anything.
Right.
Oh, and one last thing about the Winter Bazaar. I haven't secured food for it yet either.
Okay.
So that's still another, I think it would be good to have some level of food there. And it would be great, considering that it'll be cooler out, if we can find somebody that will come in and serve food as opposed to a food truck outside, just because I feel like they may not get the kind of business that they would if it was in the warm weather and we had people outside too.
Right.
So that is limiting. So if anybody knows of anyone.
And for the vendors, can they sell food?
They can, yes.
Yes.
They do have to be, they have to do it properly. They have
Right.
to make everything properly. But we've had, we had somebody that was making homemade marshmallows the last year, I think, and some other kind of sweet treats. I think that was the only thing we had was like sweets. So it's a good opportunity to buy gifts. So certain foods, obviously that's not a gift kind of a thing, but everybody needs to eat.
Some are like
there.
cheeses and nuts are, but
What was that?
cheeses and nuts and like prepackaged.
Oh, prepackaged thing. Yeah, like nuts, yeah.
But also if people wanted to bring I don't know, cinnamon cake or little muffins or things like cake sale kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
Bake sale
bake sale
things.
things. Those would sell, definitely, because people, even if it's just us and the other vendors,
Right.
from 11 to
Right.
4, we all have to eat at some point.
I wonder if we should invite anyone from the public market to come.
That's what I was thinking. I've been to the public market a number of times now, and I know that it is delicious. And the more savory food may be harder to bring, but there's like 2 baked goods producers and a candy maker. So
The candy lady was at Trick or Treat on Main Street, so
Yeah.
she's mobile.
good to know. All right, so
Yeah.
we'll reach out. So I can reach out to the public market folks and see if we can get anybody from there.
And they might want to post our advertisement as well. Likely to know more crafters.
Yeah.
Might be into
That's a good
that.
idea.
Okay.
That's what I have.
Are we out of ideas? Tamar?
No, I was just going to ask Liz, can you repeat for everyone the URL for signing up again?
It's tinyurl /Winter Bazaar 2024.
Is it tinyurl.com?
.com.
Sorry, that's what I
Yes.
get for not reading it. It's tinyurl.com /Winter Bazaar 2024.
Okay.
It is in our minutes.
Unless anyone has anything else they'd like to say, we can move on to upcoming events announcements. We good? Okay. I only had one thing to add. I was asked to advertise that there will be free yoga at Christ Church on November 7th and November 14th from 10 to 11 a.m. It is a Cultural Council funded event, and feel free to check that out. Anyone else have any events they'd like to share?
Can you tell me those dates again? November,
It was November 7th and November 14th,
they're both Thursdays, and it's at 10 o'clock?
10 to 11 a.m., yes.
I'm not sure what else is happening. We just did all our Halloween stuff, so.
I know we had a pretty busy last couple of weeks with events here.
There's a holiday sip-in shop happening at Hollis Hill Farms on Saturday, the December 14th, and Sunday, December 15th. That'd be a great vendor kind of meet and greet event as well. I'll probably shoot up there and just give some vendors some flyers as well. So, yeah.
That's after, if it's in
Is it
December.
December or November?
Sorry, but another great event.
It is a great event. I've been. Everybody should go to that too.
For those who haven't heard, the Fitchburg Halloween is 6 to 8 p.m., so you can get out from 6 to 8 p.m. in the neighborhoods and get some candy.
Did anybody attend the haunted house?
Oh my goodness, the haunted house on Friday night was around the corner onto Main Street, halfway to Dario's, and it was like that for most of the time. It was quite successful.
I went on Saturday, I went to vote, and the line was so long that we were just like, oh, we're not going to wait. Let's let the kids do it. But I was so curious. I love that they did it.
Yeah, and the haunted house like on Saturday during the trick or treat on Main Street, Main Street was packed, the senior center was packed.
That's really great.
It was really nice to see how many people were coming out to enjoy the day.
It's nice to see that event grow with with other community partners like Hollis Hills doing the hay rides and the pumpkin patch, and I think that haunted house is going to be back year after year now.
Yeah.
For
The nice
sure.
thing is, Friday night, it was the adult version, and they charged $5 to get in, which is a steal, for an event like that. And that helps to fund the rest of the events, like, all of the candy and all of the marketing and all the other things that,
Right, and that's put on by the Civic Days Committee.
it is the Civic
Right.
Days Committee, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great event.
Okay. Nothing else to share, guys? Okay. I'm ready to accept the motion to adjourn.
Joe?
I think I saw Dan put his hand up. Did you make a motion to adjourn, Dan? He said,
Second, I'll make a motion now. Second, your motion to adjourn.
who made the first motion?
Tamar, did you make a
No, I
motion?
was going to ask more questions.
Oh, yes, Tamar. You may ask your question.
Would you like us to fill out the form that you gave to us?
Yes, each of you were presented with conflict of interest forms for this grant cycle. I've identified some grants that would appear to be a conflict of interest for some of us, and it would be good for us to have that on file, that we are aware of it, and we will vote without bias and recuse ourselves if we are personally involved. Thank you, Tamar.
So I second the motion.
So Dan motion.
Well, we need the motion made again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's mine.
We have a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Nobody wants to make a first motion?
Oh, I'll make the first motion.
Okay, Tamar makes the first motion.
Backtracking.
We have a second.
Second.
Second from Lily. All those in favor? Aye. This meeting is adjourned, 5:46 PM. Thank you.